Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am here with a different kind of video today. I was doing some organizing some of my fabric and also cutting some to get them ready for future penny auctions that I have on eBay. And this is the box that I'm currently picking out of. You can see it's kind of a big box and it's filled. What I do is I take stuff from here and I may cut it into little blocks, or I may sell as the strip, whatever I feel like doing. And I put them on eBay starting at a penny, so you can start bidding at a penny, and free shipping for USA. Other countries can bid, but they have to pay the shipping. And you'd say, well, why do you want to sell stuff for a penny? Well, the thing is, usually the prices go up. I think I have sold something as low as 55 cents. So for those who watch my auctions and think the prices always go too high, they don't always. And I do various things, including my India tapestry tunics. I start those at a penny also. They usually go up high enough, and I'm good with that. They have not sold for a penny, not one of them. So today I decided to pull something out of here, and I'm deconstructing it, and I thought, hey, maybe I can show what I'm doing, and it might give some of you an idea. Just a way for you to get fabric for yourself, or if you do indeed sell on eBay too, you might want to give this a try. What I pulled out today is an old Christmas vest, Daisy Kingdom, and it's kind of old. Let me put this away and I'll be right back. Yes, this is 1997. I probably bought it in the early 2000s, and you can see part of it is missing because I've already started deconstructing it, and I just wanted to show you what I am doing. So you can see one whole piece of the front of the vest is gone. There's another front here, and then here's the full back. This is older, and it's from my stash, so I washed and dried it, and I always have that listed in the descriptions. So do go check out my eBay. I have penny auctions and other things. I have buy it now items. The link is always down below. My name is Darlene Michaud on eBay, but it's hard to search for somebody by their name on eBay. I don't know why they make it so difficult. I have been with eBay for 19.5 years now. So do go check out my auctions. Like I said, link is always down below. You can always go to my blog, darlenemichaud.com, because I have links for stuff there too. So I thought, all right, yes, I can sell this as the panel. It was a whole vest panel. But the thing is, a lot of people see just a vest. They don't want to make a vest because they're not going to wear a vest. They don't see this as fabric that they can use in other ways. So I decided that I'm going to deconstruct this whole thing and make individual blocks that I might sell a few at a time. If they're big enough, one at a time. I often sell blocks, just a single block. It's really fun and I enjoy it. I do want to say, if you ever try penny auctions, you need a large audience or your stuff will sell for pennies. So just make sure you have like a good following, like maybe on Facebook, and you can promote your stuff there. I am pretty confident that my stuff is not going to sell for 10 cents. Even if it does, I like that because I want people to know that they can get something cheap, and I look at the overall picture, like how did I do for the month, that kind of thing. But if you don't have a large following, you can still do it, but you're going to be paying out of pocket for a while until you build a fan base for your eBay auctions. So just be careful. All right, so I started deconstructing. I have just one part of the front, and I'll show you right now what I got out of that so far. So super cute. All right, here's a little block like this, a little doll. I have two strips that say ho ho. It was like a corner piece, however it was, and there was an image in there, but I cut that out. I believe it was this guy, but I turned this just into its own block, and then I have the ho ho that goes up and down, the ho ho that goes across. That's always cute. I have a little piece that says joy with Santa, and I have this Christmas tree. I could have cut that here, but I thought I'd leave it a nice long rectangular piece. This one was attached to something, and I don't remember why, but I ended up having to cut this part off. So I have a piece like this that came off this, and then I have this, which was part of a pocket. It was like a rounded bottom pocket, and I just cut a square. So this gives me scraps. I don't necessarily sell just individual things like this, but it can go into the crumb pieces that I sell. I also sell pieces for those who do crumb quilting, and that's a good thing for that. So nothing really goes to waste with me. That was all part of the vest itself. Then on the side, I had this big snowman motif. Really good for applique. You can put Wonder under. It's an iron-on fusing. Iron on that side, peel the paper, and then you can stick it on your quilt. After you do that, you can trim this right close to the Santa if you want, and then put it on your quilt and iron it on, and it sticks there. You can also do some decorative stitching around the edges if you want it stitched down too. And then there was this little tag, which is to go like on the inside of the vest, but that can also be used as a quilt label. And this is something that I will probably sell separately. So now I'm going to just do the other side, and I'll just show you how I decide what gets cut and how. So hang on one second. First, these little motifs. Those are super cute. And again, I don't know exactly how I will group them up to sell them, but sell them I will. This piece here is similar to what I had on the other side. And see, this is crooked, but I cut it, straight so that it made a rectangular block. Like this would be cut this way up to like here. So it's not wonky. That's what I want to say, my favorite word. Now here, this is a little bit difficult because we have the word Santa here. So if I wanted to keep the whole Santa, we're going to have a white corner. It would be like that. So I'm not exactly sure what I will do with this one, but I do have more of the ho-ho, ho-ho-ho. I'll figure something out. Now on here, I haven't even looked at the back yet. Obviously, I have a nice big Santa block here. Now if I wanted to, I could keep now see the teddy bear's arm goes on this, so I don't like that when things do that. So I might have to actually sacrifice the stars so that the teddy bear has the full arm and the Santa does also, or I might sacrifice the arm on the teddy bear and leave the stars with Santa. I don't know yet. But I also could keep the ho-ho-ho with this Santa if I want. And then we have this little guy here in the corner, which could make an odd rectangular block this way, just have him in the corner and the block be about this size, or I could cut and use that piece for something else. So these are all the things I'm going to think about. Let me get everything cut, and then I will show you how many pieces I get with this deconstructed panel. I am done. These are all the blocks and motifs that I got out of that vest panel, and I'm going to show you up close. The big Santa one, I did sacrifice his arm and also the teddy bear's arm. I didn't like the way it looked with, I don't know, I just cut him that way, so no reason why, I just did. And I got a couple of the ho-ho-ho strips. And then I have these pieces. The back was more difficult than the sides. So see, her feet are missing because, I don't know, I just didn't like it with the ho-ho-ho under her, so I cut him off. Him, I left the ho-ho-ho. For some reason, it worked with him. And this one doesn't have anything. Some little Christmas trees. This Santa, you might remember, the name was like this way. And I didn't like that at all. So I ended up cutting it out for a motif. And look, it looks like a big mitten. And, you know, I could have even cut that gift out, but I left that there. And then the Santa is a motif also. Little joy. There's the big Santa. Now him, there's enough seam allowance, so I didn't bother like cutting all around. Somebody could actually use that as a quilt block. I have the little handmade with love. These guys, these trees, I left them all as one for a nice rectangle block. All the little motifs and some more ho-ho-hos. And again, people take this and you iron iron on fusing, double-sided, and then you can stick it on. And when you do that, you really can cut right up close if you want to fussy cut. And then, or you can just leave it as is and put it on a tote bag, jeans, whatever. And then you can stitch around if you want to, but it usually stays on, you know, through the wash, even if you don't stitch around it. So I believe I have 24 pieces here. Now, these are pieces that will end up in this box. This is the box of all the stuff that I sell as crumb pieces. I sell it by weight, and it equals to about a half a yard of fabric total, and it starts at a penny, and it's free shipping, and people like it. It's various crumbs. Now I have different bags. I have, this one happens to be Christmas prints. This is all India scraps from the tunics I make, so I need to do an auction just for the India scraps. I have bags of just all the regular kind of quilt cotton. I have solids, so those few pieces of white will go into that bag. I have all things that are like partial motifs, perfect for crumb quilts because you like something to be tucked in. So it's okay if the teddy bear has half a head. It's okay, it really is. And then these are just bigger pieces that I cut as needed. I just don't care to use them in anything else. These are not cotton, so that's a separate bag. I like to do crazy quilts with all different kinds of fabric. I have some batik started, and these are flannels. So everything is sorted. So these pieces will all go into the bags they belong in, and then they will appear at some point in one of the crumb piece auctions that I do. These scraps, yes, there's a home for these scraps also. This goes to people who do textile art. They're not making quilts. They're making artwork or new fabric. They layer fabric on top of each other with some solvay to hold it together, or some people use shear tulle and then they sew on it. They just make incredible things. I haven't gotten into that yet. I really want to. So I have a box for textile art stuff, and it can be even threads. It can be the leftover thread that you have. They like all kinds of things, pieces of ribbon, lace, whatever. So I thought, for the hell of it, that I would cut some of these things out. This says Santa. These are the ho-ho-hos with feet sticking out, so I thought it would be better for textile art instead of the crumb quilt thing. I even cut the vest out. That's part of the example on that panel, and some words. Sometimes they like to stick words in their art, and even this says small, medium, large, whatever. Little tiny pieces of fabric, and that all goes into this box. You can see this is thick with all kinds of scraps. Some very, very thin, narrow pieces like this. All kinds of things. I actually have ribbon in there, and I have sold some. But I don't know, I'd like to be able to just sell a whole box, but the shipping is outrageous. I'm not sure how I'm going to end up selling all this, but eventually it will all be sold. And then these scrappiest of scraps that I actually throw away, that I don't think have a home anywhere, I keep those too, and that can be cut up and used as filling for dog beds, cat beds. Now some people say, oh, it makes a mess if the dog gets, you know, through it, chews it, and you have that all over the floor, or it bunches up. It doesn't have to bunch up, and I have an idea I'd like to try for a video as to ways to use this. Salvages, thread, there's no like needles, sewing needles, or paper, anything like that. It's all just fabric kind of stuff. So that's how I do things, and I'm very anxious to put some of these on eBay. Do go check out my eBay auctions. I almost always have them running, and I'd like to do a video showing you guys how I schedule everything out and make it all work. So stay tuned for that. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye!